Hi everybody, this is Sarah with Three Boys Soap. I hope I have you at a good angle here. I tried to get a top view of the bowl. Today I'm going to be making some bath bomb cupcakes. That's why I wanted to get a top view of the bowl so you could see what's going on inside. I'm going to put some gloves on here. I've got all my ingredients ready over here to the side. I'll go ahead and tell you what I put in. I don't think my recipe's any big secret. I do them a little different than some people, but I do have to keep my recipe written down, but I can't remember all of it. First thing I do is baking soda. My recipe calls for 2 cups, so I'm going to use 4 half cups. And I'm going to go ahead and put all of it into the sifter. I sift all my ingredients to make it nice and fine. I have my nice big sifter. I don't start sifting any of it until after I get all the ingredients in the sifter. So then it kind of sifts it all together. I need 1 cup of citric acid. I'm out of my big container, so we're using these little containers. They're the same exact thing, it's nothing different. I hope I have enough. Here's half a cup. Oh yeah, just enough. Oh, makes my nose tickle. Ooh. 1 cup of cornstarch. I'm using a 1/4 cup measure in this case because it's a small hole. So 4 of these. The different ingredients and the different reasons for them is for binding and for smoothness. Got 3 or 4. I'm talking and I'm not keeping track. That's 4. For skin softening, for bubbles, depending on what you're doing. I'm going to put a little bit of kale and clay in. I put about a half a cup. That's for conditioning of the skin. Y'all know I keep my kale and clay right here on my counter. It's kind of a multi-purpose, I use it in everything kind of thing. Kale and clay is excellent for your skin. So, over that. Keep it in my trusty container right here on my counter. And I'm going to use a little bit of Epsom salt. I take Epsom salt, I'll show you. And I put it in my coffee grinder, not the one I use for food, no. The coffee grinder that I use for spices and seasonings and salts and whatever for my soaping business, and I grind it up really super fine, and I use it in my bath bombs. And for that, I'm just going to use a little 1/4 cup of that. Sometimes it gets kind of clumpy, so you gotta kind of. I could post this recipe in the comments. I'll try to remember to do that. This is really good for your skins. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of colloidal oatmeal. I'm only going to put a couple tablespoons of colloidal oatmeal. I'll put 1 scoop this size. Maybe a little light. Okay, now this last ingredient I only use a little bit of because I'm going to put some in the frosting as well, because these are going to be cupcakes with a top frosting on them. It's SLSA. I use the SLSA versus SLS because SLSA is a natural component ingredient versus SLS, which is a man-made chemical ingredient. I prefer to use man-made or chemical, excuse me, let me start over. I prefer to use natural ingredients always, whenever possible. I use man-made ingredients as little as humanly possible. I don't like to use them unless I have to. I will use them, don't get me wrong, but I don't like to use them unless I have to. So I'm going to put about a 1/4 cup of SLSA. Either wear a face mask, hold a towel over your face, like I'm going to get right now. So I'm going to be kind of quiet for just a second while I put this in here, okay? Okay. I really need to get some more face masks because this stuff is really, really, yes, it's natural, but it's so super fine and so poofy and kind of wafts up. It just gets in your face and your sinuses and ooh, crazy stuff. So we're gonna gently, we're gonna gently shake it through and get it all strained, all sifted, and then we'll start talking. And I'm going to cover my face for just a second. Now if you look, this is why you sift it. See all these big, huge chunks? You don't want that getting in your bath bomb. So we're gonna shove it through. Let me get a spoon. These spatulas are my favorite for this because they're nice and rubbery at the end. I have, oh, hold on. That's all those powders getting in the air. But these little rubber spatulas are my favorite for this because you can run them through nicely. And they all turn to nice fine powder. And they're all done. It's a nice, fine, beautiful powder. Okay, so we'll put that aside. And you can see it's gotten everywhere. Okay, so once you're to this point, if you have SLSA in there or SLS, be very careful. Unless you're wearing a face mask the whole time, be very careful because it's really bad for your sinuses and for your lungs. Okay, so I'm gonna put this aside, put it up here, and I'm gonna bring over a little container and we're gonna measure out our wet ingredients. And I'm gonna start with 1.5 tablespoons of oil. So my oil of choice is going to be let me see, about my oil's down here. I think we'll do rice bran oil because that's going to be nice and softening to the skin. Super sorry, excuse the absence. Rice bran oil is super good for your skin, super moisturizing. It's great for making younger looking skin. and we're gonna do 1.5 tablespoons of polysorbate 80, and that's what helps the oil mix with the water in the tub and not just float in little clumps and stick to the sides of your tub. So about 1.5 tablespoons of that. I guess it's kind of an emulsifier, a liquid emulsifier. There's a lot of applications for this, for polysorbate 80. And you want to put your fragrance in this mix too. Oh yeah, I want to do lavender today, so let me get some lavender. I don't know if I want to do lavender, real lavender, or lavender and rosemary. I guess I should have decided this before I put you guys on video, right? We'll do lavender. Real lavender. And I like to go heavy on the fragrance oil myself. Recipe calls for about 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna do more than that. And now since this is lavender, I want to color it a purple. I use Lavender colorants so they don't stain the tub. Any kind of bath bomb specific colorants are the best, I say, just because you don't want to sell them to people or give them to people as gifts and then have them stain their bathtub. It just isn't, it's just not nice. If you're using them for just yourself, if you want to scrub your tub, that's fine. Use food coloring, mica, that's fine. I don't use it because I sell them to customers and I don't want them to scrub their tub. I don't want them to use my product and then have a big ring around their tub. So I'm going to grab my Lavender color. Let's see, where's the purple? Yellow and purple. That's a pretty one. Lilac. Getting to the point where we're going to be really hands-on. I'm gonna bring this back over here. I'm gonna drizzle it over. I'm putting the bath bombs in the little paper cups, the little nut cups. So I like it a little, I don't mind it being a little wetter than you would for a bath bomb mold. I know for those you want it a little drier so they stand on their own, but excuse me. This is witch hazel. Witch hazel not only helps bring your bath bomb together, it keeps the dust down when you're mixing it, so it doesn't get in your face. Personally, I love the smell of it. As usual, I'm winging it. Feels really dry, so I'm gonna add some vitamin E. With some more colorant. I don't like the color, I don't see any color coming out. So. Well, I've never used the purple color before from this batch. I'm not really impressed. Does that look purple? I don't think it does, but it's the right consistency now. So. Let me get my cups and some clean gloves. Let me clean up and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got my cups all set out. My mix is right here. Fresh, clean gloves on. So we're gonna fill the little cups. These are the little nut cups with the, I don't know if you can see that shining. They've got the, there you can kind of see it, they're kind of plastic lined so they don't, it doesn't get moist and turn the paper bad. But I'm just gonna fill it up. You gotta pack it in there as hard as you can. I leave a lip, maybe 1/4 of an inch, so when you frost them, the frosting has something to catch onto. This one's not done yet. And I've learned it's best not to fill them in layers. Don't like fill part of it, pack it down, and fill more and pack it down. If you can overfill it and then pack it all down at once, it'll stay better. If you pack it down in layers, then it has a tendency to fall off. I think I'm gonna move these over here and this right here. Yeah, that's better. That one's perfect. I wish I could have gotten those other sheets in here. Everyone's human. Nothing's ever perfect. I guess that's the beauty of a handmade craft, right? Hi there, I'm back. I wanted to say sorry about that last little video clip. It got cut off. My camera got full and it said no more. So here is the finished cupcake bottoms. Let me zoom in there a little bit on one of them. The purple's kind of speckly. I think it looks kind of pretty like that. But there they are. They're all done. I got, what is that, 10 and a half or 11 and a half. I will go ahead and I'm going to finish this video and I'll make a new video when I decide to frost them, which I think is going to be later today. So watch for that video. Thank you all for watching. Bye.